Hey guys, Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, back with some more Funko Fusion! We got more Umbrella Academy, Level 2 Story, Beats on the Streets. Our poor brother Luther is kind of in, well, a little bit of a funk, and it's up to us to guide him through this level and show him the ways. Basically, using a gramophone makes him happy, makes him want to dance through the streets, and there are a couple of other ways to provide music, so we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that right now. You probably noticed no trophy achievements found in this video, and if you've been playing along, you already know you have unlocked the gramophone in the previous Umbrella Academy level, and you're going to need that to proceed here, because without it, you cannot make Luther happy. So we'll go ahead and enter door number 2 here for Beats on the Streets, take a quick look at the collectible list, and we are out of here. Now, surprisingly, there is very minimal cutscenes so far, at least in this world. As we open the door and get outside, we can see Luther is kind of in a funk. We talk to the old robot speaker here, and it says he's too busy, maybe we should get him a therapist or play more music. Gramophone's probably cheaper. So that's your cue to go ahead and find a mold machine, which there happens to be one right across the street. So teleport or run your way over. Find the gramophone on the list, mold it for free. What? Go ahead and pick up the gramophone and make your way back to the red circle, which once you enter should turn green, indicating that things are good and we are a go. And basically we're going to follow this all the way till we run into a little bit of a puddle, or a lot of bit of a puddle. And there's actually going to be some bad guys that spawn. Now, for us, the old red orb baddie spawns. In fact, there he is on the right-hand side of your screen. He just popped out of that little, I guess it's a department store or something, pizza place? I don't know what it was. But anyways, he's running down the right side of the street. I thought I was going to lose him, but he dropped that red orb. We are not going to be collecting those until the fun play. But we're not here to tell you you shouldn't grab it. If that's something you want to swoop up now, feel free. It's one less thing you have to worry about later. All right, now speaking of worrying about later, we're going to have to switch on over to Allison here, because we're going to need to use her special ability to persuade Buddy here to let us in the doors. Once we get in there, we're actually going to need the ability of number 5 to use his spatial jumps. And basically our goal is to get inside this little room here, which actually has a wheel we can apply to the pipe over there and turn the water off, allowing Luther safe passage. Now, I probably should have shot the door behind me, or the lock open, I should say, before grabbing this, but, yeah, booyaka shout. Door's open, we got the wheel, and we are on our way. So, go ahead and place it on the blue circle there, spin to win with the icon indicated, and it should turn the water off, letting Luther freely make his way across. Now, if you've seen the show, Gritty's Donuts has a pretty epic moment, and they sort of returned to that place quite a bit. So it was great to see it. And again, a phenomenal job they did on the level design, capturing what it looked like and felt like in there. Eventually, we get to another pile of water, and Luther stops. You can see he's sad. We get attacked by some baddies. For some reason, all my baddies spawned in the same spot, and they sort of lined up for me right there. That was pretty nice of them. Now we're going to need number 5 to teleport through the doorway here. Simply walk up to it and hit the icon indicated. For us on PlayStation, it's circle. It's probably B on Xbox, and on other platforms, well, they're not out yet, so we'll worry about that later. Inside the diner, we got to go into the back room here, and there is a Friggy-Poo with a drink. I would collect that before turning around and smashing these boxes that reveals a safe. We'll go ahead and shoot it till it opens, revealing a token. We'll take that over to the token machine, which sometimes gives us access to a fun key. Not this time. It's actually going to power up the jukebox, which is connected to a bunch of speakers out front. Now, once you activate that, a bunch of bad guys are going to come and attack you, so be aware. It's weird. One of them came from outside, and inside was empty, but now all the guys are inside. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, wait, now there's a few out here stuck. That was a bonus. Again, for some reason, I got really lucky with the bad guys on this particular run. On my scout run, it did not go so easily. More guys inside, take them out. Once the area is clear, go ahead and flip the switch on the giant speakers, which will then sort of persuade Luther to go on through. But he won't move without you. You got to be within that circle. We're going to go inside, collect a few more pieces of vinyl, and back out we go. Now, there's a really cool song playing that I've got really low for copyright purposes, and I did a test, and hopefully it will pass. but it actually really makes the scene in the diner pop off. And I was glad to see it in the game, but also a little bit worried because of copyright stuff. So anyways, keeping on with the gramophone inside the circle with our brother Luther until we stop again. Now we're going to have to actually use Allison and her persuasion special ability one more time. That's right, we're going to tell a rumor to Buddy on the street down there that he likes to play music for her brother. And he's going to strum a guitar, Luther's going to love it, and he's actually going to proceed through. So check it out. I heard a rumor you sang for my brother. Go ahead and grab the gramophone, and now you might find that he gets knocked down. He has a health meter in the upper right-hand corner. It is going to happen, most likely. Most likely will happen. And by the way, not a fan of the shotgun in this game. I know I played the demo for the Thing level, and McReady, or I think that's his name, has a shotgun. Didn't really care for that shotgun. I'm not loving Allison's shotgun. Hey, look at that. Just as I was just saying, Luther got knocked down. We're going to have to revive him by pressing the icon indicated. And look at that. He's up and ready to roll. And because he's happy, his health is refilling. So that's kind of a bonus. I don't really know, to be honest, if Luther can die and you can fail this. I'm guessing not. But it is possible, as you can die 3 times and have to start the level over again. So that's new. Like the previous Lego games and such didn't really have that. You could run out of studs, and that was the end of that, but you never had to start the level over. All right, in front of the club door here, or actually, it's a bowling alley. It's not a club. What am I saying? Go ahead and persuade the guy and immediately switch on over to number 5. Inside, we're going to get attacked, so I recommend going and hopping behind this bar. Hiding, hopping, whatever you want to call it. Buddy's going to give us a tip here, too. There is a arrow on lane number 2, so we're going to need to use some spatial jumping with number 5 here once we irradiate the baddies. And the spatial jumps are actually going to take us up to some balconies where there are a couple of snipers. That's right, we're going to give them the old sniper, no sniping. Take those guys down, and eventually we'll get to a switch on the other side, which gives us access to the water that we need to turn off. So I'm going to take a quick drinky poo here because I needed it. I took a little too much damage there, and the last thing I'm trying to do is die. Like, that's kind of embarrassing. If you're short on drinkage, there is actually a health can dispenser over on the far right side. Feel free to grab one. And then make your way to lane number 2 and find those yellow arrows and do some spatial jumping up top. Give this guy the old cha-cha-cha-cha. I thought that was funny last level when we were actually fighting Cha-Cha, giving her the Cha-Cha. Oh, man. All right, more spatial jumps. This one's cool. You get a couple, 2, 3, 4. The next one's even longer. I was worried that maybe you could mess this up, but I'm pretty sure you can't. As long as you hit the button within a certain time frame, I don't think you can mess it up. Go ahead and pop that heart off. Get your health all the way good. And, of course, get some vinyl, too. Look at me jumping all over the place. Up on top, we'll flip the switch, which gives our door power. We're still going to need to interact with the terminal at the door to open it. But once it's open, we can actually get out there. And it wasn't water we needed to get. It was actually fire. So we're going to turn this off. Same thing, though. We needed to use the wheel. Now the pathway is clear. Go ahead and grab the gramophone, get within the circle, and help escort Luther a little bit further. Now, we do get attacked one more time, I believe it is, before we get all the way to the theater. And then we actually have to go into the theater and do some serious irradiating of baddies. There's a lot of bad guys we got to take down, like quite a few. So here we go. We're getting attacked. We got snipers up top. I'm going to suggest you use number 5 quickly to run to the far left side of the area and use the spatial jumps to get up top and take these guys out. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly under attack on the ground and also being targeted and sniped by these guys up top. It just becomes super overwhelming. And by taking those guys out first, you should have a lot less to worry about. You can sort of shoot these guys from up top, but I find best on the ground. Look at me, I'm sniping. And there was also, did you notice up top, there was another one of those dolls. Each level has a handful of dolls. I believe there are 5 in this one. Some of them have more than that, but we'll have to come back and check it out later in the fun play. All right, we pick up Luther yet again. So that's twice he's gotten knocked for me. And we'll guide him all the way down. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. All right, all the way to the end. Once Luther makes it to the final stop here, it should drop the fun key. We'll pick that up. Now there is another drink dispenser over here, so I highly recommend checking your health. And if nothing else, just come and collect this, because why not? Who doesn't like a free soda? We also have our opportunity to throw a can away, or recycle it, as they say. And that's also progress on a trophy achievement. You have to recycle 50 cans, I think it is. I'll have to double check that. All right, use the key to open the door, and in we go. We're going to go up the stairs and immediately get attacked. And take note of the purple chest there. That is actually one of the level-based chests. We're going to actually have to take out a whole slew of bad guys for that purple goo to go away. Once it does, it's going to reveal a nice item that will be useful to progress through the level. So that's pretty much how all of those are. We see quite a few of those. Not in every level, but usually 1 or 2 per world. I'm using the environment again to go ahead and protect myself before I wreck myself, but as it turns out, some of these baddies don't pursue like you would want them to. So I have to go inside and actually face them up close and personal. Look at that, officially took them all down and revealed the chest, which is going to give me another token. We're going to head up the left stairway and place this token inside the machine, which is going to open the door to the main venue area. We're not ready for that yet. We're actually going to go up the stairs, collect some vinyl, and I did want to just note there is a special character cameo spot up here, or perhaps a level spot. I didn't check my notes to see, but there's definitely something going on up here, and a bunch of vinyl too, so feel free to collect that and drop back down before moving on. Now, there also was a piece of amber right there. We're skipping that for now. Alright, so Vanya has officially been activated, and so have the bad guys. Roughly, there are 15 to 20 baddies you got to take out right here. I try to cheese the room and go outside and use the environment like I've been telling you this whole time. But unfortunately, I get attacked from the back here as they show up in the hallway. And yeah, there they go. So it wasn't really a safe spot, we'll call it. I just can't help but stress staying on the move and sort of backtracking when you're overwhelmed with stuff. You can see I'm kind of backing away from bad guys. Always using the ground pound as a last resort too, especially when you get sort of stuck or cluttered up in an area, which is about to happen, I do believe. I think I go right, yeah, see, look at all these guys right here. Bow, right in the kissa. Pow, right in the kissa. Now, that doesn't do nearly as much damage as shooting to the head does, but it does damage nonetheless, so once you take out the 15 or so bad guys, it should give you access to go down low, and we should go close to Luther, and it will trigger another cutscene. So lots and lots of vinyl scattered throughout in these seats. You could spend, I don't know, a couple minutes smashing and grabbing, but not us. We're actually going to go and activate this chest up here. And inside, we've got ourselves the crown. Watch out for those ground pounds from Vanya. That was unexpected. Collect the crown, and we are out of here. All right. Officially done with level 2 Beats on the Street story. No collectibles as expected. It's always a little bit of a test making sure I get through them without. Sometimes I even have to start over to make sure that I don't. But anyways, we've officially got that done. Back to the Funko factory we go. And of course, right back to our starting point where we will end the video. Guys, this has been a blast so far. If you like these videos, click that like button, drop me a comment, let me know what you loved best about it, or maybe who your favorite Umbrella Academy character is, or if maybe you've even watched it. I highly recommend it. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Check us out at HappyThumbsGaming.com. As always, until next time, see ya!